Hi, I'm Jeffrey. I'm a licensed therapist and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the criteria for Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Please use this video for educational purposes only. Don't use this video to diagnose anyone. Please consult a licensed clinician for a full evaluation. In order for someone to be diagnosed with Narcissistic Personality Disorder, they need to meet 5 of the following 9 criteria. It's important to note that a personality disorder is not episodic, it's chronic, meaning that the following symptoms simply exist. They don't just come and go. When the following symptoms are episodic, we can say that someone is exhibiting narcissistic traits, but may not meet the full criteria to be diagnosed with Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Another note is that it's not okay to diagnose children or adolescents with personality disorders because their personalities have not yet fully formed. Let's get into the criteria for Narcissistic Personality Disorder. The following criteria comes from the DSM-5. The DSM-5 is the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders. The first criteria is having a grandiose sense of self-importance. This means that someone would constantly exaggerate their accomplishments without actually having much merit. They also expect to be recognized as superior without much merit. This often looks like demanding respect or admiration from others. The second is being preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, ideal love, beauty, etc. An example would be someone fantasizing all the time about taking over the world or finding ideal love or having this immense beauty that others are going to admire. Again, to meet this criteria, it's not just a thought that pops into someone's head, but is being constantly preoccupied by these types of thoughts. The third criteria is that they believe that they are special and unique, and they should only associate with people of high status. An example would be someone saying, "I don't associate with poor people. I only associate with the rich and the powerful. Only they are worthy of my friendship and my time." So a person who meets this criteria may fantasize about being surrounded with celebrities or people with high influence. The fourth criteria is that a person requires excessive admiration. This is usually to feed the ego, but for a person who has narcissistic personality disorder, no amount of admiration is ever enough. They constantly need more and more. It's like their oxygen supply. The fifth criteria is having a sense of entitlement. This is believing that they deserve special treatment simply for who they are. An example would be believing that they shouldn't have to pay for a meal because they are high class. Again, the entitlement would need to be chronic and not episodic to meet this criteria. Typically, a person with narcissistic personality disorder will throw a temper tantrum whenever this unreasonable expectation is not met. The sixth criteria is to be interpersonally exploitative. This means that someone with narcissistic personality disorder takes advantage of other people. Their relationships are not reciprocal. They use other people to their advantage. It's basically, what can you do for me? And that's it. Often, people with narcissistic personality disorder will use charm and manipulation to use other people to their advantage. This would happen in nearly all of their interpersonal relationships. The seventh criterion is lacking empathy. This one is kind of obvious given the rest of the criteria, but it's basically the inability of someone being able to put themselves in other people's shoes. They don't feel sad or sorry for what another person might be going through. To meet this criteria is not just about lacking empathy once, but it's about constantly not able to be empathetic. The 8th criteria is being envious or believing other people are envious of them. This is more extreme than just thinking, oh, I wish I had their life, or believing that, oh, I think that someone else wishes they had my life. Instead, it's a constant paranoia that other people are achieving more, doing better, and becoming highly distressed because of it. This also tends to generalize, so it usually doesn't just happen with one person, but with several people that they are comparing themselves to. The 9th and final criteria is showing arrogant behavior or attitudes. This is simply being extremely condescending, treating other people as inferior. An example of this would be someone who snaps their fingers at their waiter, or simply treating someone very poorly because of the place that they work at. This is the criteria for narcissistic personality disorder. To be diagnosed, someone needs to meet 5 of the 9 criteria. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And for more content like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you in the next one.